Things were worse than ever in Banana Republic, a somber island country. While anarchists roamed the streets, corruption was running deeper due to economic crisis and rising crime rates. Bearing these burdens were judges who tried to make things right with honesty. Okay. What is this? Oh. I see. This music? Okay. Anyways, hi. Welcome to JudgeSim. This was a recommendation to me by someone in my comments, which I'm so overjoyed to get. If anyone ever has things that they want to see me play on my channel, as long as I have an inkling of interest in it, I will get to it eventually. So here we are. I'm going into it pretty much completely blind. I looked at the Steam page and I said, yeah, sure, it looks pretty cool. So I bought it, now here it is. So I guess I am the law. New game. I like how it's a little hand. Isn't that fun? Select language. You've got it. Please enter your name. There it is. Wait, what does this mean? I am the law mode? Oh, it's a mode? There are 30 new cases in this mode. Decisions in these lawsuits have no consequences. Wait, no, I didn't know that. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Okay, new game. This does not bode well for me. The fact I'm already fucking up. Do I click this? I see. Now I put in my name. Magnus. You have a mail. Just a one. You were appointed as a judge. Banana Republic Courthouse today. Courtroom. Week 1 I wasn't expecting this. Like whole little animated cutscenes? That kind of rules. Oh wait, hang on, let me... Okay, I wanted to move my, there we go. Move my cam down, because I can see buttons here. Your Honor, first of all, as the Ministry... Of what? Just the Ministry? For sure. We wish you success in your new position. We wanted to remind you of the details that are important for you to make a correct judgment. You can find the evidence in the evidence file. At the same time, you get information whether there is digital evidence on the tablet. The case file includes the content of the case and the information of the defendants. You can ask some questions to the defendants by clicking on microphone. These questions will play an important role in deciding your case. On the tablet, you can access some digital evidence, such as camera footage or audio recordings. You can also access the recordings of your dialogue with the defendants via microphone. These recordings will be added at the end of your dialogue with the defendants. The logbook contains the rules and penalties for crimes that you need to look at to make the right decision. Finally, you will make your decision. Remember, your decisions will have consequences. Making wrong decisions in lawbook cases will cause your bars to increase. How full your bars are affects the probability of getting a 12 on the dice screen after each case. Therefore, remember that the game can end even if your bars are not completely full. Oh, it's Ministry of Justice. Okay. Huh. Possibility of being assassinated? Oh, you still can't fucking see it. Whatever. Possibility of arrest. Mental health. We are doing fantastic on that right now. Law. Matter 1. The criminals must be given the sum of their sentences for the crimes listed in the charges section. Okay, so we have 14 different crimes. Homicide, theft, verbal assault, crimes of instigation, physical assault, public prosecution offenses, sexual assault crimes, financial crimes, smuggling and illegal trade, organized, crimes against the state, cyber crimes, traffic offenses, narcotic crimes. Oh, money? Can I take bribes or something? Is that what that implies? What happens if I click on the police? That makes me a little scared. Case does not contain any evidence files. Okay. Case file. Harris Kellen, age 25, male, fingerprint number. Violation of restrictions. The incident began on night when curfew was in effect around 1:45 when patrol units noticed a suspicious individual in the Hawthorne district. When the officer stopped the individual, his identity was determined to be Harris Kellen, so he was out past a curfew. His statement. I hadn't been feeling well at home for a while. I thought going outside for a bit would help me relax. I went out without even checking the time. While walking, I saw a police vehicle and remembered the curfew at that moment. I panicked. I was afraid of getting fined, so I didn't comply with their instructions. I was just scared. Okay, so no speaking records. Shop? Oh, I can buy stuff? Cat toy? That implies cat. That's awesome. Mailbox empty. Digital evidence? No digital evidence. Okay. Talk. To accused, Harris Kellen. Why did you resist the police from taking action? Because I thought I could explain myself. I didn't want to let the police write a ticket without telling them what happened that night. You say you were feeling unwell. In that case, why didn't you call the emergency line? It didn't occur to me at that moment. Leaving home seemed like the only option. I couldn't even stop to think. So... This feels like it doesn't... What would this fit under, even? I should say, when it comes to law stuff, I am probably negative knowledge. I don't know shit. I don't even watch, like, cop shows or true crime or doctor show. Anything that has anything to do with this kind of stuff, I don't do. So, like, this is gonna be crazy. High treason and terrorism. Oh, I didn't want to fully close it. How do I go back? No, how do I go? I see. Okay. Crimes of instigation. Incitement to aiding and abetting an offender. Read that as officer. Hey, an officer could be an offender, though. I'm just saying. This doesn't feel like it fits under anything. I mean, and also, I don't think you really did much wrong here. How can I help you, Your Honor? Oh, I can offer them a bribe. Request special guard. I assume if the possibility of being assassinated is high. And I can't talk to him anymore. I mean, I think you're good to go, buddy. I really don't think you did anything crazy here. Release, determine punishment. I think you're fine. Does it... It has a little X. Is that bad? Fuck it. Accept decision. Oh. Oh. this my house? Is this... Huh? Hello? Wow. Look at that old paw sticking out. Letting into beans. Why are we unblinkingly staring at me, though? Go outside. Oh my god, I can go to the bar or the casino. We can go to the bar. Oh, I see. Oh, so you can do stuff to get your mental health up. Is this for money then? To get money? I don't know how to play blackjack. I don't even have any money. I'm literally going to gamble with nothing in my pockets, nothing in my wallet. Okay, end the day, I suppose. Bill passed. Convicts with a criminal record will now be given increased penalties. Hi. What's your deal? Items found on Sam McHale as a result of the search. Oh, 5 milligrams of some coke. Surname, Sam McHale, age 22. Criminal record, yes. So, if I find him guilty, he will have extra charges. Possession, carrying drugs. The incident occurred in the evening during a routine ID check conducted by patrol police units on North Slate Avenue. During a frisk conducted on him, who was stopped due to suspicious behavior, narcotic substances were found. Further investigation found no record of the individual engaging in drug trafficking. However, it was assessed that the substance was regularly obtained for personal use. Yes, I had substances on me. I don't deny that. I use them when I'm alone to clear my head, suppress insomnia, and organize my thoughts. I didn't sell them to anyone, and I didn't harm anyone. My life has been off track for a long time. This substance feels like an escape, but I also know that it's not an excuse. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Huh. Okay, let's talk. Why did the police stop you? I was just going home. When I saw the officers, I remember I had substances on me and panicked. I changed direction, but I guess that made me look even more suspicious. Where did you get the drugs? I don't even properly know his name. We have a very superficial acquaintance. Where did you meet this person? At a place called the Copper Lantern Bar on the lower side of the city. We don't have a special connection, we just ran into each other there. Okay. So... audit crimes. Possession, carrying drugs, sentence, 10 months public service. Aggravated sentence, which no. 10 months public service isn't so bad. I want to follow the rule book. I don't want to get penalized for not. So I think you got 10 months of public service, my guy. Guilty, public service. 10. Wait, but it said extra charges for... Hold on. Does that... Because does it say, like, a certain amount of time? It doesn't tell me. I don't know how important that is. I mean, because it's not an aggravated... Am I reading what that means, right? Because aggravated... Sentence meaning... harsher legal punishment imposed when a crime is committed with particularly serious factors, making it worse than the standard offense, such as using a weapon, causing severe injury, or targeting vulnerable victims that elevate the crime. So, okay, I was reading aggravated as literally what that word means, which is like violent, you know what I mean? And I'm like, it wasn't violent. He was just found with stuff on him. So I wouldn't consider that aggravated, but I didn't know if maybe it had another meaning that I wasn't aware of, and maybe that also is combined with, like, the already there criminal record. Oh, criminals with a criminal record should be given aggravated punishment for the crime. Hey, if I would have just read that. Hey, I could have just saved myself a Google search. Holy shit. Okay, so 18 months, right? And a $5,000 fine. Yeesh. How do I do that? Oh, I can do both. Beautiful. Okay. You're done. This makes me so nervous. The dice thing is, like, really nerve-wracking. Hey. Yeah, my little guy. What do you think his name is? He looks like a little dude to me. I want to give him a really silly name. Oh, little nose. If I had an orange cat, what would I name it? I don't know why. I'm thinking Bongo. Okay, so I can't see, like, how many cases I have per week. I still ain't got no monies. I'm broke as fuck. Let's end the day. I can't really do much else. And my mental health is at peak, dude. At absolute peak. Nobody wants to assassinate me. Nobody wants to... 5% possibility of arrest. Just kidding. Why, though? I did everything I was supposed to. Ugh, whatever. Oh. Huh? Huh? Is this a bomb? What the fuck is this? Tom Braxley, 49. Criminal record, no. Charges assassination? Oh, fuck. In the evening hours, the lifeless body of company CEO Marcel Hadrick was found in the trunk of his vehicle in the underground parking lot of the Norvax Industries building. The fact that the security system was disabled at the time of the incident indicates that this was a planned assassination. When the incident was discovered, the only attendant present in the parking lot, Tom Braxley, was detained, and the first statement was taken from him. I had just started my shift about 2.5 hours ago. During my routine patrol, I still saw the CEO's car in the parking lot, which didn't seem strange to me, but I noticed that the trunk was completely open. When I approached, I saw Mr. Hadrick lying motionless inside. The first thing that caught my eye was a red rose placed on him, as if someone had deliberately left it there. I immediately contacted headquarters via radio and reported the incident. Does this do anything for me? Your Honor, a lot of evidence is lost as a result of anarchist attacks on our state. In order to ensure the security of the evidence in the cases, we will deliver the evidence to you in a device we call Cryptex. Oh, was I supposed to read a letter yesterday? Fuck. Okay. We designed the passwords on this device so that only you can solve them. And remember, if you try to open it 3 times before the green light turns on, the Cryptex will destroy the evidence. What do you mean that only I could... I don't know how. What? What is... What? What? I don't get a hint or anything? What is... What? What? How do... What? I'm so confused about this. What? So it can only go to one or the other side. I can't, like, drag it or anything. It gives... What? What? Help. What the fuck does it mean? Whatever, let's talk to him. Isn't a card required to enter the company parking lot? How do you think the killer could have gotten inside? I checked the system records and there is no card scan visible since the moment I started my shift. I think the killer disabled the system remotely. Did you have any personal relationship with the CEO? No, I joined the company only 2 months ago. I've only seen him from a distance. We had no arguments and no contact. Well, that's not much to go off of. How can I solve them if you don't tell me how to solve them? This is so confusing. I don't understand what this is. Oh, okay. Homicide. Assassination, 62 jail years, aggravated sentence 102. So he doesn't have a criminal record. So if he is guilty, it would be 62 jail years. I fear that the evidence is something I'm going to need. I'm gonna have to look up how to fucking do it, because I don't... I am at a complete loss. In JudgeSim. How the fuck do I do this? You have to find the right combination by moving the position of 4 different buttons left and right. You have to create a continuous path between the start and the end point by changing the position. What? Huh? What? What? Is there something I'm missing? I'm so confused. There's something about cables. The right... Oh, no, I see. Okay, 5 different puzzles. You have to find the right combination by moving the position of 4 different buttons left and right. Oh. I'm ass at this kind of stuff, though. Are you joking? No shot, I just did that. No fucking shot. Holy shit. A nylon-covered steel rope located next to the vehicle's rear tire. The red rose found on the body. This is new. How do I ask them about it? How do, help? Help? Do I only get one chance to talk to them? Wait, Oh. Oh, so this, I see. I getcha. Okay, so the speaking records is literally... I'm sorry, I'm looking so many things up, but how do you question about evidence in JudgeSim? It just says evidence is typically scrutinized to check for inconsistencies between the physical, digital, and testimonial evidence before rendering a verdict based on the law book. Me when I'm confused. Okay. I can't question him about it. I can't, like, It doesn't seem that there's any issues, really. He mentioned the rose. That checks out. I mean, I don't see enough evidence to say that he did it, to be quite honest. I think you're okay. I do. Okay. I think that means I did good. Huh? Oh. I have $100. Give me my money. Thank you. Wow, I have $100 roonies now? That rules. Whoa, what do you want? Your daughter asks you for $100 for her school fees. Do you accept? Your sanity will drop if you don't accept this. I guess. Accept your daughter's request. What else was I supposed to do? My sanity was gonna drop. I simply cannot have that. Now I'm broke as fuck again, man. Man. Fuck my fucking Chungus life. Oh, there's 2 people now? Why is my possibility of arrest at 5%? Man, what'd I do? What the fuck did I do? Mason Rourke, 33. Criminal record, yes. Auto theft. The vehicle owned by Rob Singer, which was parked overnight in the parking lot of his apartment building, disappeared by morning without leaving any trace. Following the report made by Bob Singer, the vehicle was located and stopped by patrol units. Following the identification process, the driver of the vehicle was identified as Mason Rourke, previously known as Tiny M, who has a criminal record for vehicle theft. Rob Singer, I have no information about how my vehicle was stolen. Clearly, those who did it were professional thieves. The police said they left no traces at all. The only thing I am certain about is that my car was locked. Okay, and then his statement. Early in the morning, an old friend of mine, Derek Caldwell, called me. He said there was an urgent package that needed to be delivered and that he was unavailable. I immediately went to his house to help. He opened the door and handed me a package and a car key. I didn't know the vehicle was stolen. As soon as I set off, I encountered a police checkpoint. That's where I learned the vehicle was stolen. Following the statement of Mason Rourke, Derek Caldwell has been taken into custody. Everyone who's involving me in this incident is making a mistake. Everything Mason said is a lie. I have nothing to do with that vehicle or any theft. Mason is trying to drag me into this, but I did nothing. So do I not? Oh, I do get, okay. Derek Caldwell, 33. No criminal record on this one. Okay. So our first guy, Mason Rourke, is like, I was fucking set up. And the other guy's like, I don't know what he's talking about. Gotcha. Okay. Theft crimes. Auto theft, 2 years. Aggravated sentence, 4 years and a $2,000 fine. And then... Oh, wrong. What would it... Crimes of instigation? No. Okay, so... Hang on. Oh, there's no letter. Oh. Yeah, no, I was totally supposed to read a letter that one day, but maybe it was about this, perhaps? So... Would he... Oh, this is complicated. Because I'm trying to decide if somehow I find him guilty as well. I would just charge him with the auto theft, correct? And then he would go free, and then... I think so. I think. Camera records. CCTV footage of the incident. No facial recognition. I can't play it or anything. Yeah, I do see a dude in the dark. I didn't know there was gonna be puzzles in this. Oi, oi, oi. I am not good at stuff like this, dude. Like, at all. Okay, that one's easier than the last one. I didn't like the last one at all. Cigar, scissors, and box found in the vehicle. Fingerprint number. It was found in the vehicle. 2122354. Yep, 2122354. Derek. Derek, I think you did set him up. Derek, I think you're lying to us. I think you're being a big fat liar. Where were you on the night the car was stolen? I was with my friends that night. We were a bit drunk and hanging out. I had been drinking until late. I woke up in the morning when Derek called. Does Derek Caldwell call you very often? I'm not sure what you mean by very frequent, but we would talk 2 or 3 times a month. I must state that I am retired from these matters now. These days I work a regular job. When did you meet Mason Rourke? We attended the same school, elementary school. Then we both dropped out. Elementary school, damn. Mason says that you gave him a stolen vehicle and asked him to deliver a package using that vehicle. Is this true? Mason is slandering me. Fixing the mistakes in his life is not my responsibility. I wish I could question them directly about the evidence. Oh, there's digital evidence on the tablet? Is that about... Yeah, that's just about the camera records. I mean, yeah, no facial... This doesn't really do a whole lot for me. But it does look like maybe nighttime. And if he has an alibi for nighttime, and he called him in the morning to take the vehicle, then I'm just saying... Theft. I think I'm correct. I think because of the evidence in the car, with his fingerprints, I think that's a dead giveaway. His sentence will be 2 years in jail, though, because he doesn't have an aggravated sentence. So I think you're going to jail, bud. Guilty. You're going to jail for 2 years. And then I gotta sentence the other guy. Wait, hold on. Can I... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Because I totally thought that there was... Because he did... Maybe he is innocent, though. Because I'm like, is there still a crime for technically still having... And... Because he's like, oh, I need you to deliver a package for me. What was the package? I don't know. I think I am honestly overthinking it. I think the game does not need me to think this hard. I think I'm correct. I feel like if I got something wrong, it would let me know, right? Hi, little dude. Oh, little bongo. Okay. State of emergency. Due to the recent increase in anarchist activity, the government has declared a state of emergency. What'd that mean? State of emergency declared. Due to state of emergency, judges can now be appointed to all types of cases? I wasn't before? What do you mean by all types of cases? Hello? Oh. Oh, what do we have here? Is this like a custody case, mayhaps? Oh, I don't have my usual stuff either. Oh. Huh. Determining which parent will be oh, it is a custody case. Oh, shit. Okay. Will be granted custody of 11-year-old Liam Reynard and his 8-year-old sister, Elena Reynard. Okay. So it's custody of both kids. The couple, Maria and Jacob Reynard, officially divorced about 2 weeks ago. After the divorce, no agreement could be reached regarding custody of their 2 children, Liam and Elena. So the mother, Mara, filed a custody lawsuit. Family members' evaluation report. The father, Jacob, was deemed unfit to take full-time care of the children due to a long-standing anxiety disorder, intermittent anger control problems, and unstable living conditions. Although the mother, Mara, is loving toward the children, she has been in serious financial difficulty recently and has had to work 2 different jobs. The home conditions are modest. However, the report on ability to meet the children's needs evaluated the situation negatively. Okay. So I'm going to talk to all of them. So to the kid. How did your parents' separation affect you? At first, I felt terrible. There was constant tension at home, but after they divorced, the arguments stopped, so I felt a bit relieved. Still, I feel sad that my dad is left alone. Would you rather live with your mother or your father? I don't want to be separated from my sister Elena. We can live together with our mom. My mom isn't in a good financial situation, but I can work and support her. How is your relationship with your father? I love my dad too, but sometimes he gets very angry. My sister gets scared. I wish they had never separated. Would your family fight in front of you? And now we're talking to the little sister. Yes, they were shouting at each other. Do you love your mom more or your dad? What a fucked up question to ask a kid. Oh my god. I don't want to choose. I love them both. If you had to make a choice, who would it be? Please don't separate me from my big brother. And then this is... Oh no, okay. So I'm not talking to the parents at all. Okay. That's totally fine. I mean... I feel like it's important to listen to the kids. You know what I mean? He's like, I feel bad my dad's left alone, but he scares my sister and he gets mad. Like, it's better to be in a loving but sort of lacking home than a violent one. Okay. Granted to the mother, to the father. The boy will be placed with the father, the girl with the mother. Daughter would be placed with the father and son with the mother. It was declared that conditions were insufficient that both children would be placed in foster care. I don't think it's that bad. I think both children should go to the mom. I do. Okay. Hi, bud. Okay. I think we're sitting pretty. I think we're doing pretty okay. It's just gonna get worse, though, I fear. And we're on week 2. I don't even know how many weeks there are in this game. I do like it, though. I think the puzzles are an unwelcome addition. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, what do we have here? Chris Teamond. Criminal record, yes. Assassination. Another one, buddy? Is it gonna be like... Because I was wondering with the Red Rose thing, I'm like, is this gonna be like a serial killer situation? You never know. In recent weeks, sanitation workers collecting trash in the city center came across the lifeless body of Fred J. Haldorn, the CEO of the Glenmore Company, among the garbage. It's another CEO or like a manager or whatever, too. I'm just saying there's a pattern. The autopsy report determined that there were no signs of assault and that the death occurred as a result of prolonged oxygen deprivation. According to the last meeting record in his daily calendar, the person Fred was with on the evening before his death was company board member Chris Teamond. After the evening meeting, we left the company together and went to our usual bar. We stayed for about 2 hours. He drank, seemed a bit withdrawn, and didn't want to talk. Then I dropped him off at his home. I don't know where he went after that. He was a good friend. It never crossed my mind that he would meet such an end. The cleaning worker who found the body. There was a black tarp over the trash container. When I lifted it, I saw the body of a man lying there with in a navy blue shirt. The body was slightly bruised, and there was a red rose on it. I knew it. I thought things like this only happened in movies. If it was slightly bruised... That's suspicious, because you said it was oxygen deprivation, that there weren't any signs of, like... No signs of assault. But if there are bruises, that would say otherwise, would it not? Is there any digital evidence? No. Okay, let's see what we have this time. Okay. Oh, do I just... Oh, I see. Oh, can I... Click it. Thank you. Okay, and the third goes straight across. That's really hard to see. I think it goes to the second. This one goes to this one. This one goes to this one. God, yeah, that sliding button one is my least favorite so far. Steel wire and red rose. Yup. How long had you known Fred J. Haldor? We've been working at the same company for about 8 years, but we were relatively close only in the last 2 years. Did he have any enemies or anyone threatening him inside or outside the company? I don't think so, Your Honor. He was someone who got along well with people. While you were at the bar, did he mention anywhere he was going that evening? Unfortunately, he only said, "Take me home. I'm very tired." I mean, I definitely think you're innocent. I do. No evidence is pointing towards you. It seems like we have a serial killer somewhere in our midst that we simply have not found yet. There's nothing pointing to you being the issue. So, with limited evidence that I possess, I think you're not guilty. Oh. As a result of the decisions you made in the cases, we decided to raise your salary. Wow, so I did do good? That's a relief. Let's fucking go, dude. Hell yeah. Welcome. $200 roonies. I know there's credit options, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to get in debt and then maybe I fuck up and I have no money to my damn name. I'm gonna save my $200 roonies for now. I don't need to replenish my sanity or mental health or whatever, so. Oh, okay, what do we have here? Ulmer Crate. 27, yes to criminal record. Charges threat, malicious wounding. In recent weeks, at the home of Ulmer Crate, his friend Sean Hallen sustained a stab wound to the rib during a violent altercation between them. Ulmer claims that his friend Sean stabbed him over a debt dispute. Immediately after the incident occurred, the individual named Sean Hallen left the scene. So he was the one that was stabbed. Following the complaint filed by Ulmer Crate, Sean Hallen was apprehended at his family's home. I had been having debt disputes with Sean for some time. I couldn't repay the money I borrowed from him on time, and he threatened me at every opportunity to get his money back. When he came to my house on the day of the incident, he was extremely angry and out of control. As soon as I opened the door, he started insulting me. He came at me with a knife, and while I was pushing him away, the knife stabbed into my rib. If it had gone a little higher, I could have died. After he fled, I grabbed my phone and immediately contacted the police. It is true that I argued with Ulmer about the debt, but I was not the one who attacked. He was. That day, I wanted to go to his house and talk calmly. I told him that my situation was bad and that he needed to give me the money now. A heated argument broke out between us. He ran and grabbed a knife from the kitchen. While I was trying to take the knife from his hand, he fell onto it and it stabbed his rib. I fled the scene because I was scared. I'm gonna highly assume that the knife is in here and it's gonna have one or the other's fingerprints on it. I feel like that would really do something for me. I just am checking everything. Yeah, look at this stuff. I don't really need any of this. The cat toy is tempting though, I will say. Also, I like how I can like shop during work. Like I go on the tablet and I'm like in the middle of a case and I'm like, let's do this. Huh? What? Oh. I'm not good at memory stuff. Fuck. Okay. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. I wish there were more identifying markers. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is a wonder that I memorized that. Holy shit. There it is. I knew it. 21227. Oh, excerpt from a phone conversation. Give me my money. Give me you fucking money! Dun-dun. Sean, you're crossing the line. I said I'd pay you. Stop pressuring me. Shut up, you bastard. Let's see if you can talk like that when you're face to face with me. You need to calm down a bit. If you don't pay by next week, you'll be a dead man. Okay, death threat does not look good for you, my guy. 21227. Oh, not that. Yep, 21227. Sean, buddy. You were not there to talk calmly, I fear. Physical assault. Malicious wounding. I forgot if he had... Oh, actually, I'm gonna keep that open. I forgot if he had a criminal record. Sean, he does not. So he's gonna get the lesser sentence, which is 8 years jail. You are going to jail for 8 years, bud. Correct. And you, my guy, will be free to go. What? 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 No, you're not guilty. I was like, why did it do that? I still don't really understand this dice thing, but... Oh, justice has been served. The country needs such honest judges. Cleared our conscience. Oh. Case ended. So people like me. Oh. I'm blowing up on Twitter, guys! You won't believe it! Oh, man. Wow. I'm gonna become a judge influencer. Fuck yeah. Bill passed. Criminals who are not mentally well will be sent for treatment instead of punishment. Well, that's awesome, actually. That actually rules. Hold on. Wait, I fuck with that. Okay. Sounds fucking great to me. Owen Blackridge. Mental health test negative positive? So, wait, that's confusing to me. Do you mean that he tested positive for mental health issues? Or that his mental health is positive? What does it mean? Guys... What the fuck does it mean? No. That's so confusingly worded. It should just be like mental health issues? Yes, no. Why? Okay, Owen Blackridge. Willful damage to public property. In recent weeks, numerous complaints have been received about dents and scratches appearing on newly installed benches by the Harrowfield municipality. Municipal teams investigated the situation, replaced the bench with a new one to prevent further damage, and deployed a covert observation team in the area. The following day around noon, Owen Blackridge sat on a new bench and shortly afterward took a sharp object out of his pocket and began scraping the surface. At that point, the cops intervened and took the individual into custody. I should say that I've been doing this for years without realizing it. When I'm stressed, my hand always goes to my pocket and I fidget with that small knife-like object. Over time, this habit got out of control. I knew I was damaging the benches, but I truly never thought it was a crime. It was an impulse I couldn't even stop myself from acting on. Okay, scratching a bench is like, what the fuck ever. Let's be honest here. Okay, one of these. I'm perfectly fine with that. Beautiful. Okay, benches damaged by the defendant. Sharp objects were found on him. So yeah, he definitely did it. This is still super confusingly worded to me. I don't understand. From the context, it feels like they're saying, like, yes, he has mental issues. Willful damage to public property. But the willful part is what's hanging me up. Inciting hatred, failure to fulfill commitment. Violation of restrictions? What does that mean? Huh? I don't know what that means. What restrictions? What are you talking about? Hold on. Yeah, charges. So it does say willful damage to public property. So it does say exactly what it is. So I assume violation of restrictions will tell me when that comes up, if it does. Let's talk to him. You said this behavior was an impulse you couldn't control. Have you considered getting support for this? Yes, Your Honor, because these events caused even more stress for me. Do you think this behavior will continue? No, I don't know. Probably yes. Okay, so what was... Did he have a criminal record? No. 12 months public service, but I can send him for treatment. Send for treatment. Because I don't think it was willful. If he says it's an impulse that he can't control and he kind of needs help or he can't stop, then that feels like the right call to me. And also it just introduced the possibility, so that makes me feel like I should do that. Little dude, a bongo. Okay, I mean, if Twitter likes me, then I'm sitting pretty good. Twitter famously does not really like people. Intertone Audio Production Company, Aurelia Soundworks. So are we warring companies here? The music production company Aurelia Soundworks alleges that Intertone Audio committed copyright infringement by using the rhythm bass of their compositions without permission. Okay, there's one digital evidence for this case. Aurelia Soundworks announced to the public a new single they had worked on for about a month. Just 48 hours after the track was released, Intertone Audio announced a new music project. Fans of both companies noticed similarities in the instrumental backing, and debates began on social media. Following this, Aurelia Soundworks stated that the rhythmic arrangements, harmony structures, and sound design were copied one-to-one. Therefore, Intertone Audio is being asked to pay, what's that, $500,000? The commas are fucking me up. 500,000 USD in copyright damages, right? Yeah. My clients worked on this track for weeks, tried hundreds of mix variations, and ultimately brought the work to an original point. However, in the track Intertone Audio released shortly after, it is understood that Aurelia's characteristic instrumental foundation was used almost identically. Our complaint is not similarity, it is the unauthorized copying of my client's labor. We demand compensation to remedy this violation. We do not believe the similarities that emerged constitute intentional copying. In modern electronic music, similar rhythmic structures and sound designs are frequently seen. The audio engineers within my client, Intertone Audio, used a backing track they created from scratch entirely in their own studios. Similar drums and synth patterns can be heard across dozens of companies in the market. For this reason, we find the claims of copyright infringement unfounded. Okay, no emails. Okay, so we had the two. Let's give them a listen. I mean, it does sound pretty much identical except the speed. This one's just much faster. Yeah, that I'm sorry, but that does sound pretty much exactly the same. I can't talk to them? I'm gonna have to remember the company names, though. That's what's kind of fucking me up. Aurelius Soundworks announced to the public a new single. Okay. So... Aurelius Soundworks alleges that Intertone Audio committed copyright. So Intertone Audio... You guys... I mean, it sounds remarkably similar to me. I agree. It sounds pretty much exactly the same. I got another raise! Yahoo! I don't know if that was correct, but that makes me think it was. I'm just saying. I got more money. 300. Thank you. I don't know if I'm being too, like, conservative with my money. Oh, see what I mean? My son's gonna ask for something. Your son says his clothes are getting old. He wants $300 for the new clothes. Do you accept? Yeah, sure. What else is my job for than to support my very creepy family? Sometimes your creepy family stares at you unblinkingly. Except for the mom? Oh no, they do blink. I've been wrong the whole time. Okay, well granted, besides blinking, they don't move or seem to breathe. Which, you know, with individuals such as that, I think I should keep them happy. Oh boy, what do we got now? The compensation lawsuit filed by Joe Miller against Sunny Software Digital Company. Okay, hospital report. Eli Miller. Major depression. Oh, shit. Plaintiff Joe Miller states that his 14-year-old daughter, Ellie Miller, began showing severe symptoms of depression shortly after playing the video game None of Us 2 by Sunny, and later lost her life as a result of a suicide attempt? What? I was laughing because obviously that's The Last of Us 2 and Sony, but what? Plaintiff Miller claims that the game company is primarily responsible for his daughter's death and is seeking a bunch of fucking money in moral damages. Additionally, they are requesting that the sale and distribution of the game to be halted. Representing the defendant company attorney Alistair Rao is present at the hearing. After my daughter started playing this game, she completely withdrew. Only the gloomy melodies of the game music came from under her bedroom door. She wouldn't eat and couldn't sleep at night. After a while, she began acting as if she wasn't herself anymore at home. When we took her to the hospital, she was diagnosed with major depression. 2 weeks later, her mother found her in her bed with pill boxes. We learned from the doctors that it was already too late. Our company does not accept such allegations regarding our products. Before release, our game was clearly marked with an age restriction of 18. I was literally just about to be like, well, did they read an age restriction on the game that they bought for their daughter? Because that would be completely on them. If they bought the game and people need to, that's a whole thing to me, I fear. When people don't understand the things that their children are consuming. Like, I grew up in the, not to sound old, but like, I was gonna say, I grew up in the generation where we had basically unmonitored internet searches and internet, what is the word I'm looking for? Internet access, that's the word I'm looking for. And it was so unsafe. And it's only gotten more unsafe the more technology is normalized in really young children's lives. Because I didn't really get to be on the internet until I was like a tween. So I wasn't a tablet baby like all these like tablet kids are, and they have access to things that they shouldn't. And the parents just don't monitor the things that their children are consuming well enough at all. So I immediately was like, what was the rating on the game? Because you are responsible for your children. You are. It's not a game company's fault. I'm just saying. The plaintiff's daughter does not meet this requirement. What is it? What is the thing with the, Rule of Rose? If you know the history of that game. Basically, people were saying it was like this perverted, sick and twisted game that like shows, that's like for children and it's gonna like scar children or whatever. But it was clearly marked as like an adult game. And it was not targeted towards children at all. And that's the thing. Hello? I'm just saying. Does not meet this requirement. The real fault lies in providing the game to a child despite the age restriction. Furthermore, there is no evidence that our game caused this illness. I would say that as well. Like, it could have definitely influenced her mental state if she got really hyper-focused and attached to the game. However, depression that severe does not simply happen because of a video game. You know what I mean? That just, it doesn't happen like that. So I don't think they're valid in their case. Mr. Miller, your daughter did not meet the game's age requirement. Why did you not prevent her from playing it? Your Honor, when the game was released, my daughter begged me for days to buy it. She said, Dad, everyone is playing it. I'm falling behind. As her father, I couldn't say no. But no one could have imagined their child would be dragged into such darkness. So what, you were peer pressured by, what, a 14-year-old? Great. Mr. Rao, what is your defense? Your Honor, we are aware that the continuation of the series is somewhat emotional. For this reason, we released the game as 18 and above. This is not a game suitable for everyone, but we are encountering such a case for the first time. No, your case is not valid, dude. It was decided the family be awarded money. No compensation for the family removal of the game from sale. No, the rejection of the family's compensation and claim the game remaining on sale. Yeah. They do not bear responsibility for your mistakes, I fear. I think, again, I don't know what that means, but... Hi, kitty. Let's just go to bed. I have $200. I might buy a cat toy at work. It's all good. Members of the Caesarea cartel were caught smuggling drugs across the border. So I assume my case is gonna have something to do with that. I'm gonna buy a cat toy. Buy a product in the shop on the tablet. Hell yeah. Dude, how much money am I gonna make to afford an artistic painting? Damn. Okay, do I have a... I do have an envelope. We are offering you $500 to release Jared Alderson and Marcus Byrne. This money will make your job easier and ensure that you are not influenced by the decision you make. I'm not influenced? You're trying to bribe me. You want me to release them? I assume this isn't from the government. I assume this is from the cartel. They want me to release them. Wait, why is my possibility of arrest 10% now? I don't know what... Okay. Jared Alderson, Marcus Byrne, criminal record, mental health issues, criminal record, mental health issues. Okay. Drug trafficking, taking part in organized criminal activities. Near midnight, a specially prepared hidden compartment was detected in the rear section of a van that was stopped for a routine traffic check. During the search of the hidden compartment, a large quantity of narcotics was seized. Upon examining the identities of the two individuals in the vehicle, it was determined that both were connected to the Caesarea cartel? Caesarea? Maybe I'm saying that right? The way this was organized was not ours. Someone within the cartel must have made a deal with the police. They put us forward as bait. The ones who sent us here wanted us to get caught. I don't know if we talk if we're punished, but I'm sure the mafia is involved in this. I don't know if we talk if we're punished. So they're basically like, if you punish us, we won't sell anyone out. But if you let us go, maybe we'll talk. The shipment was not normal. There were supposed mafia connections who said they would clear the way. They sat at the same table with us and gave guarantees. Clearly, a higher officer was made to the other side. Higher offer. They sold us out and increased their own share. I don't know who made a deal with the police, but someone deliberately set this up. They will pay for it. So they're not denying that they were a part of it, but they're also saying that it had ties to the mafia and that someone sold them out. Sure, the mafia's involved. This is something that just this kind of case is like confusing for me. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I don't. Okay. Somebody wants me to let them go, however. Okay, this one's fine. Goes here. Goes here. Goes here. 4, 5, 6. That wasn't right. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Really had to focus on that one. What was seized after the operation? Lysergic whatever that is. 25 kilograms of cocaine and 2 submachine guns. Based on your statement, I believe you may become an informant. Will you cooperate? You're thinking very wrongly. Who is the mafia you mentioned in your statement? Are you not going to turn them in? Don't worry, our people will make them pay. If you cooperate, we can protect you. Are you considering helping us? You talk too much. Make your decision already so you can leave. They're not... So, even if I'm like, hey, you could become an informant and we could protect you, they're like, you talk too much. The audacity? The fuck? I fear for my life after this, if I'm gonna be honest, though. I really don't want to let them free. I don't trust y'all at all. All criminals with negative mental health tests must be sent to treatment without penalty. But does that mean I have to send them without penalty? Because it says mental health test positive? I am gonna Google that because I don't fucking understand what that means. JudgeSim mental... What does it mean? Oh, what? What? Because someone on... I'm looking on, like, Steam discussions. It's written in Article 3 of the Red Book. Negative means mentally ill, while positive means mentally healthy. Oh, all criminals with a negative mental health test. Oh, I see. Must be sent to treatment. Oh, so I was reading that wrong? Well, it's not worded very well, okay? I don't like how that's worded at all. Just give me a simple yes or no. Okay, so their mental health issues don't exist. They're fine. Negative mental health test must be sent to treatment. Okay, so... I already forgot the charges. Drug trafficking, taking part in organized criminal activities. Drug trafficking. So would it be 2 charges? Or just drug trafficking? I already forgot. What the fuck? Taking part in organized criminal activities. Organized crimes. So would I add them together? Would it be 2? 2, would it... Ah, if it's 2 charges, do I add it together? I don't know. I'm little-key grabbing a notebook so I can, like, write down the numbers. Because those are 2 different charges. It doesn't... The sum of their sentences for crimes listed. Okay, so I would charge them for both. Drug trafficking and organized criminal activities. And they both have a criminal record as well, so it would be the aggravated charges of both of those. 24 for both of them. Added with drug trafficking. And there's fines. Oh, fuck. Another 24. And then $750,000 fine. They're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that at all. Oh, I fear for my life if I do this, but I'm trying to be an honest judge. I want to be good and competent at my job. I can have police guard me too. God. So it would be 48 years for them both and $750,000 fine for both. I'm scared. Oh, God. I don't know what the dice means. Is it just chance? My mental health is still at 100%. Look at the cat toys here! You're welcome, Bago. You're welcome, my little dude. I fear for my work tomorrow. I fear. Oh, I fear for my work. Yeah, possibility of being assassinated is nominal possibility now. 15%. And possibility of arrest? Why would I be arrested, though? For, like, just doing my job? Assassination, I get. I fear I made some issues with powerful people. Whatever. Lana Winters? The killer! He's escaping! Help me! Oh my god. Okay, charge is fraud. No mental health issues, no criminal record either. Theo Markel called a phone number listed in an online advertisement, assumed the person on the other end was a sex worker, and offered a paid sexual encounter. During the phone calls, Lana Winter requested a specific fee and said the money should be sent via bank transfer. After Markel paid the fee, he received no response from the other side and realized that the number had blocked him. Honestly? Girl boss. He reported the situation to the police and filed a complaint. Following the complaint, Lana Winters was identified and detained at her residence. I've been living alone for about 3 years. I haven't been close to anyone for a long time, and it started to wear on me psychologically. While browsing online, I came across a phone number. The profile clearly implied that services were being offered. When I called, the woman told me her rate and asked for payment via bank transfer. I immediately sent the $200. After I sent the receipt, she stopped reading my messages. A few minutes later, I realized the number had blocked me. It's not about the money. I couldn't stomach being made a fool of. That's why I filed a complaint. I'm not a sex worker. If I were, I wouldn't hide it. When my phone rang, a man I didn't know directly asked my rate. In that moment, I thought it was a joke or trolling, so I got angry and said my rate is $200 an hour. Minutes later, when I saw that money actually came into my account, I didn't understand what was happening. I blocked the number because it scared me. My intention was not to scam anyone, and I didn't force anyone to send me money. How do you get your bank information, then? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not saying she's not necessarily lying, but, like, how would he send you money if you didn't provide him the banking information? Oh, no. Couldn't get that lucky. Oh my god, okay. Lucky! Fuck. Ah! Yes! Oh my god. I hate these puzzles. Decont. Amount $200 from Theo Markel to Lana Winter. Banana Bank. The receipt for the money sent by Theo Markel. Ooh, a phone call recorded. Hi. Oh. Hey, baby. What is your fee? $200 per hour, $500 per night. Which one do you want? An hour, please. How do I make the payment? You can transfer it to the bank account I'm going to send. Alright then, I'm waiting for you to send your bank account. Girl, I'm sorry, but I fear that you did fraud him. When you answered the phone, why didn't you introduce yourself and say it was a misunderstanding? At first, I thought it was a malicious prank. I didn't take it seriously. Why didn't you try to return the money that came into your account? I was wondering that too. Why should I return it when some idiot sent it? Oh, girl, you just told on yourself. Oh, girl. Girl, I'm sorry, but... would it be... Yeah, fraud. 4 years jail. That feels heavy. But... man. She did do it, though. She kinda is guilty, though. She didn't have a criminal record? No. Just making sure 4 years jail. Girl, I'm sorry, but... Miss Lana, you are going to jail for 4 years. I hate to do it to you, but it is what it is. Oh yeah! We decided to raise your salary. I actually don't know if that means I'm doing a good job or if that just happens naturally, but I like to think it's because I'm doing a good job. Give me my money! It's my money and I want it now! Bongo. I $550. Hell yeah, dude. My mental health is doing okay, so I don't need to go to the bar. Okay, I'm still at 25%. Did that go up? God, I sure hope not. I want to buy a plant that is dusted occasionally. It is not suitable for use on dining tables. I want it. Give me your plant. Okay, what do we got? Samir Haddad. Criminal record, no. No mental health issues either. Human trafficking, oh. Unless I have evidence that you didn't do it, I fear you are getting you for sure, yeah. The incident occurred after midnight during a routine check along the Treok borderline. The patrol team signaled for a suspicious minibus to stop. Although the vehicle managed to escape for a while, it was eventually captured after a pursuit. Oh, and there was a pursuit? During the inspection of the vehicle, it was observed that multiple migrants of undetermined nationality were being transported in cramped conditions. Therefore, an investigation was immediately launched against Samir Haddad for human smuggling. Oh, wait, are we talking... See, to me, when I hear human trafficking, I think, like, the really bad stuff. I knew how dangerous this job was, but I had been unemployed for a long time, and the burden of not being able to support my family never left my shoulders. In this economic crisis, I reached a point where I would do anything for money. I have 11 siblings. Have some mercy on me. Wait, so... multiple migrants of undetermined nationality were being transported. So was it just, like, illegal immigrants is what we're talking about? Or multiple... Okay. Because I don't really... There is digital evidence in this case. Because I don't really... Facial recognition. So, yeah, it definitely was him. He's not denying that it was. Let's talk to them. In your statement, you say you did this to support your family. Does your family know that you did this? No, Your Honor. My family never knew that I was involved in this. They only knew I was in a difficult situation. Why didn't you look for a legal job to deal with your financial difficulties? I tried. I applied for various jobs, but I wasn't accepted in most places due to my lack of experience. I found short-term jobs, but I couldn't keep those either. So how did you find this job? A friend told me that this kind of work was going on around the border. When I looked into it, I got in touch with a few people. I know he's guilty. But... God, I really, like... That's the thing about this game that I knew for sure, though, was, like... Am I going to be, like, super strict and stringent about following the rules? Or am I gonna let my own personal biases influence what I do? And that's tough. Because if I'm reading it right, it just seems like he's smuggling people into this place. Which, okay. I'm not a person who cares about, like, immigrants coming over undocumented. I don't. It's imaginary lines on the earth. I think it's fucking stupid. So it's like, if I'm reading it correctly, I don't necessarily want to punish him. But I do feel like I've been playing this game very, like, I need to follow the rules thus far. So I feel like I need to kind of, like, stick with my gameplay despite my personal biases. Like, I'm playing the game as if I were, like, a stringent rule follower. And I kind of just, like, want to see where that goes. You know what I mean? So he's going to 8 years. I'm really sorry, my guy. Bongo. I don't feel like my mental health is 100%. What else lowers that, by the way? Just not helping your family? Or... what is that? In the dark of the night, your sleep is interrupted by the sound of a knocking on the door? Look through the hole. You see a masked man? Call the police! What if it's the serial killer with the rose and stuff? My mental health didn't go down for that? Mine would? Huh? Did my possibility of being assassinated go up too? Because that sounds about fucking right. Oh my god. Okay. A compensation lawsuit filed by George Voss against the consumer electronics company Novacell. The burnt battery of the Novacell brand phone belonging to the individual. Approximately 3 months ago, George Voss purchased the newly released N15 Pro model mobile phone from a Novacell store near his home. He stated that he charged the phone only with the adapter and cable that came in the original box and did not use any other brand of equipment. On the day of the incident, while George was using the phone plugged into the charger, the device's battery exploded violently, with fragments hitting his hand and face, causing physical injuries. After the explosion, burn marks appeared on his face and material damage occurred in his home. George, who applied to the Novacell authorized service, was turned away on the grounds of user error and was even dismissed without any inspection, having the phone hung up on him. As a result, he filed a compensation lawsuit worth $250,000. The company Novacell is represented by attorney Elian Marks. The fact they hung up on him is crazy. I had owned the phone for less than 3 months. I always charged the device with its original adapter, strictly following the instructions. That day, while the phone was plugged in, it exploded in my hand. Flames suddenly hit my face. I didn't even understand what was happening. Furniture in my home was damaged and became unusable. When I called the authorized service, they did nothing except defend their own product. They said, "Our phones don't explode. You must have used it incorrectly," and didn't even take me seriously. I suffered severe physical and psychological damage. They must be held accountable for this incident. Novacell is a brand with international quality certifications. Our products undergo hundreds of stress tests. The plaintiff's claims are unfounded. Such explosions usually occur when users use third-party chargers or damage the battery. We believe this incident is a smear campaign against our company. What about evidence? Phone conversation. Novacell support line, this is Karen. How may I assist you? Your phone exploded in my hand. My face is covered in burns. I can't use my hand. We're sorry, but this is caused by user error. Please read the user manual for battery safety next time. I only used the charger you provided. What am I supposed to do now? Our devices do not explode for no reason. I won't be able to help you. Good day. I will sue you. Conversation is concluded. Yeah, that's a crazy response on the company's behalf. Holy shit. Is there really no other evidence or anything? Novacell says you are at fault. What do you say to that? I think this is an attempt to evade responsibility. They neither conducted an inspection nor provided me with a technical report. Without even listening to the incident, they blamed me and closed the case. The plaintiff's statement, it is claimed that you did not take him seriously. Is that true? Absolutely not, Your Honor. We are a company that prioritizes customer satisfaction. However, we believe the incident resulted from usage contrary to the device's normal operation. Therefore, we did not accept the claims. There are many people who try to exploit companies in this way. They should not be taken seriously. I was gonna say maybe it has like a different brand name on here or something, but it doesn't. I really wish I had more evidence. Because it seems like he's telling the truth. They hung up on him, they were rude, they didn't conduct an investigation, and also I'm more inclined to let a big dumb company give someone some money, especially if they got injured like that. So it was decided that George Voss be found the right in compensation paid. George Voss was in the wrong and no payment was required. It was decided George Voss was justified and received only a refund limited to the product price. I would say that if he didn't get injured and stuff, to be honest, but I think he's owed his money. Fuck it. Oh, Bongo. The light of my little life. Good night. Possibility of arrest didn't go up, neither did the assassination threat. Very cool. Are you already in jail? John Martino. No mental health issues, but yes to a criminal record, because, yeah. Charges assassination. It was noticed that Jared Alderson and Marcus Byrne... The dudes I sent to jail. The drug cartel ones. They were lying motionless. Upon examination by the medical team, it was determined that both inmates had been strangled to death using the same method. It was determined that all security cameras malfunctioned at exactly the time of the incident. A red rose was found on each of the 2 inmates. It's happening at the jail. It's worse than I thought. The 3rd inmate in the cell, John Martino, was the only person alive at the time of the incident, and therefore legal proceedings have been initiated against him. Brad Cold. I stayed in the same ward with them for only 3 days. There was no argument, tension, or hostility between us. They were generally the type who lived in their own world. Aside from talking in their sleep at night, there was nothing disturbing about them. I went to sleep early that night as well. At one point, I thought I heard some noises, but I assumed they were having another episode of sleep talking. In this prison, someone dying or a fight breaking out at night is considered normal, so I didn't think of getting up to check. I'm here for fraud. I've never killed anyone in my life. This is Brad Cold, but this is John Martino. Is that a bug? Is that like a glitch or something? Because that's not the same dude. Okay. Oh, thank God it's one of these. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think there would be any digital evidence because the cameras went out at the exact time of the incident. 2 roses and the strangulation rope. Confirmed to be a murder weapon. Same stuff as before, dude. There were 3 of you in the cell, and 2 were killed using the same method. You are the only survivor. How do you explain this? Your Honor, inmates in this prison are frequently killed by unknown persons. There are even rumors that guards are involved in these acts. Did you hear the cell door open that night? The prison is noisy enough, even at night. That's why it's very hard for me to hear a door opening. I don't think he did it. Because we're clearly working with someone bigger than this dude who was already in jail. He also implemented that guards could be the ones doing it, which I fully believe could be happening. How? Because that would explain the cameras as well malfunctioning. I think you're fine. I think you're free to go. Well, back to jail. You're free to be not charged with more. Yay! More money! I do think this is just by chance, though. I don't know. $1,000, baby. I mean, I'm not left with that $1,000. Girl, what do you want? Your daughter wants a smartphone from you as a birthday gift. I guess. I fucking guess. Now I'm down to $100. Good lord. Also, usually a smartphone does not cost that much up front. Usually it's like you pay it off like monthly or something like that. I'm just saying, that's my experience at least. The landlord, Jonah J. Eastwood's request for eviction and debt collection against his tenant, Isabella Sierra, due to long-term non-payment of rent. Legal action has been initiated by the landlord against the tenant for failing to pay rent for nearly 4 months. The landlord states that the tenant violated the lease agreement, that the delays became persistent, and that the warnings were ignored. The landlord is demanding that the tenant vacate the property and also pay the accumulated debts along with late fees. My tenant hasn't paid a single penny for 3 months. You just said 4. It says nearly 4 months? Okay, then yeah. For 3 months, I've warned them repeatedly, and every time they stalled with next week, the week after. On top of that, they constantly bring in large groups of guests and turn the building upside down. I brought the downstairs neighbor as a witness. He's been the most sensitive person about noise for years. I fully agree with what Mr. Eastwood said. I informed my landlord that I could not pay the rent for some time. My workplace closed, and I suddenly became unemployed. This is not a choice. I told him that I would pay off my debt as soon as my unemployment benefits are processed. But he is trying to evict me. Additionally, the claim that you are making noise is completely false. My downstairs neighbor is a deaf war veteran. He repeats what Eastwood says like a parrot. I mean, yeah, I fully agree with what Mr. Eastwood said is very, like... tenancy agreement. That doesn't do a whole lot for me. None of this does a whole lot for me. Mr. Eastwood is Thomas Burren, who has been called as a witness, your tenant. Yes, Your Honor, I don't understand what this has to do with the case. Mr. Burden, is it true that your upstairs neighbors made enough noise to disturb you? What? Where are you heading? Oh, yes. Forward, move! Forward, march, march! Run forward, soldier! Play the attack march! Two. Mr. Burden, can you hear me? I completely agree with what Mr. Eastwood has said. Miss Sierra, why would your landlord be trying to evict you? Because once he has me evicted, he can raise the rent and rent the place out to someone else again. Since he currently has a contract with me, he can't increase the rent. When I lost my job, he wanted to take advantage of that situation. I mean, clearly she's telling the truth about the downstairs neighbor. He won't be able to hear shit. He just parrots what the landlord says. So... Also, fuck a landlord. A lot of them suck. I'm just saying. Not, I mean, yeah. Especially if he's trying to raise the rent and stuff. Could stay in the house until her contract expired and her rent would be deferred. As long as she pays it, whatever. I couldn't see the details of the contract or whatever anyway, so I can't confirm nor deny. Just felt like the right decision. Immigrants who commit crime will now be deported. Great. Ugh. Okay, these didn't go up. Clifton Witt. Mental health, no. Criminal record, yes. National... Oh, so that's being added. I see. Okay. So he is not an immigrant or anything. Okay. Participating in street racing, violation of traffic safety and rules. On Saturday night, traffic police patrolling Redmont Road outside the city heard engine noises much louder than usual, and upon arriving at the area, observed multiple vehicles engaging in illegal street racing. Vehicles that failed to comply with the police order to stop sped away, prompting a pursuit. During the chase, the driver of the dark gray sports car lost control while taking a turn and crashed into the roadside, causing damage to the vehicle. Driver of the vehicle was detained after a health check. I had no intention of participating in a race that night. I went outside the city to test my car. While driving, I saw several vehicles speed past me. I realized they were racing, but I had no connection to them. When I saw the police lights, I sped up out of fear. That may have been a mistake, but it doesn't mean I'm a racer. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, no, as long as it's not the stupid little sliding button one, I'm fairly okay with this. Okay, this one goes all the way down. First try. Speed measurement of the vehicle used by the person. Holy shit. The license plate belonging to the vehicle located in the trunk of the vehicle. In the trunk of the vehicle? Like in the trunk? So did you have your license plate taken off? That's not a good sign, buddy. outside the city to test my car. This doesn't... Guys, this doesn't help me. This stuff doesn't help me at all. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he... I do not have enough evidence. I should just talk to him. Police records show that your vehicle reached past a speed of whatever that is. Can reaching such a speed be explained by simply saying I sped up out of fear? Your Honor, at that moment, I was in complete panic. I felt as if stopping would get me into even bigger trouble. Have you ever participated in street racing in the past? Yes, Your Honor, but this time it was just a misunderstanding. I've left those things behind. Is it a coincidence that your vehicle's license plate was removed? That's what I'm thinking. I left my vehicle at the service center for wrapping. They temporarily removed the license plate. He has a history of street racing too, specifically. Which does not help. Because I was going to say, I could just charge him with violation of traffic and safety rules because of the speeding. But if this says, criminals must be given the sum of their sentences for the crimes. So do I have to charge him for both? Or can I just charge him for one? Because I do feel like it's not a hug. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to look up if I can do that. I'm trying to see. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like hiding the license plate is... I couldn't find a clear answer. I think if I have to charge him for one, I have to charge him for both. You know what I mean? Where the fuck was it? Expenses. So for both. And he does have a criminal record as well. So it's aggravated for both. So 2 years, 2 years, so 4 years total. And then 15,000 and 22,000. So 37,000 total. Oh no, I forgot the 500. Oh my god. Never mind. Never mind. Please ignore me. 35,500. The 37. I have it on my paper as 37. I don't know. I just read 5 because of the 500. Oh my god. Okay. You're guilty. 100. Jail for 4 years. Being a judge is stressful, dude. I'm so scared of what's gonna happen to me. Especially with the whole serial killer thing. Oh, Bongo, save me. Good night, family. I kind of want to know, how many weeks are there? I have no idea. Weeks. 21 weeks? That's a lot. Holy shit. For real? Hold on. How many weeks in JudgeSim? 21 weeks with 3 cases per week. Oh, so it says, while some players initially reported the game ending around 15 weeks, the main walkthrough detailing the full storyline indicates it runs through week 21. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I anticipated, to be quite honest. This might be a couple videos long, because I'm already almost at 2 hours. I mean, I'm not really stopping anytime soon, but yeah, this might be a couple parts. Unless I fuck up, I assume, and get assassinated. Okay, Julian Hale, no criminal record, fine mental health, no national status, extortion. In an incident that occurred last week in the late afternoon on Rowley Street, the victim, Marissa Clayton, panicked after her phone was snatched from her hand while walking home. She sought refuge in a nearby cafe and called the police from there. The cops reviewed cameras from nearby businesses and identified the suspect as Julian Hale. Hale was caught at the entrance of an apartment in the Riverbend area and taken to the station for questioning. When I got off work, it was getting dark. I use Rowley Street every day. It's a busy street and I feel safe there. That day I had headphones on, so it took me a few seconds to realize what was happening. Suddenly, someone bumped into my shoulder and at the same time yanked my phone out of my hand, then ran away. I was shocked. I thought about chasing them, but I was scared. I didn't want to hurt anyone. Recently, my life completely fell apart. I lost my job and my landlord was at my door over the rent. My head was buzzing. As I was walking down the street, there was a woman in front of me holding her phone in her hand. It was an impulse. The only thing I was thinking at the moment was, if I sell this, I can get through the rent day. How is that extortion? Wouldn't that just be theft? Or am I crazy? There's one digital evidence. Okay, so definitely, yeah, was him. He didn't deny it either, so... Did you know the victim previously? No, Your Honor. I saw her for the first time that day. What I did was completely unplanned. Were you aware of the consequences of your actions? Of course I knew, but at that moment I was under too much pressure to think clearly. That doesn't justify what I did. Whatever punishment you give, I deserved it. Oh, man. Well, since he doesn't have a national status, he has to get deported. Oh. I don't like that at all. I don't know if I like following the rules. You can see, like... I mean, I suppose that's the point, though, isn't it? The justice system ain't perfect, nor is it fair. Now, if my son asks for a smartphone, I'm gonna lose my mind. Cleared our conscience. So people still like me. Okay. Case ended well. What do you need, wife? Your wife wants a car. A weekly payment of $1,000. Your sanity will drop severely if you don't accept this? Wife, we don't have money for that. Wife, I don't have money for that. I guess I'll accept. Reject any family request. Like I had a choice! Fuck my fucking Chungus life! I'm going to the bar! Give me a whiskey! Drink any alcohol. Fuck it, give me another. Oh, negative? Just kidding, don't give me another. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, 65%, it can go up. It can go up. It can go up. Bomb attack on Parliament? The cartel carried out a bomb attack on the Parliament building. 19 civilians lost their lives and 2 members of Parliament were injured. The cartel leader has been captured. Am I gonna have to judge the cartel leader? After the attack, law of execution was accepted. Those who are on trial for terrorism and other severe crimes will be executed. Oh, shit. Those convicted of terrorism, high treason, R-word, and child abuse. I agree with those. Yeah. Those last two. Maybe this justice system it's not so bad. Maybe it's actually not that bad. Because I agree with that wholeheartedly. Armando Bloom. Criminal record, yes. Mental health is fine. National status, yes. Terrorism, taking part in organized criminal activities. In last week's parliamentary attack, it was determined that all 5 attackers who denoted themselves at the scene were members of the Caceria cartel. In the extensive operations carried out after the attack, 18 cartel members have been captured. Some of the captured members turned informant and identified Armando Bloom as the coordinator and instigator of the attack. Armando was taken into custody during a raid carried out at his home. If we are sitting here today, the only reason is the state's corrupt system. We had weapons in our hands. They had power in theirs. Yes, I gave the order for that attack because they slaughtered Jared and Marcus in prison. The state and its leashed dog, the Mafia, betrayed us. They sent my 2 best men to the grave right before our eyes. There was bound to be a price for that. Oh. On the phone. We are awaiting your orders, sir. Enter the parliament at its most crowded time. Bring that building down on their heads. But that would be suicide. Do not question my orders. Your orders will be carried out, sir. Photo of the cartel leader drawn by confessing cartel members. Wow, that looks just like him, dude. That sketch artist did a fantastic job. Looks just like the guy. Let's talk. Are you regretful for the actions you planned? The only thing I regret is not being able to make you all suffer more. When you mention the Mafia in your statement, who exactly are you referring to? Can you name them? Being in this position today doesn't make you safe. It will surely test you too. Who knows? Maybe you are already one of them. I think my possibility of being assaulted is gonna go up. Or assaulted. Well, not too, but assassinated. Oh, boy. Okay, so But I don't think it matters, the charges, because he's getting executed because of terrorism. Yeah. I didn't make those rules, by the way. I didn't... It's what the game tells me to do. I need to go to the bar, bro. Get me a drink. $60 in total. Jesus! It's the most expensive fucking drink I've ever seen in my life. Man, oh man. I'm really trying to be kind of frugal here. Bongo, help. I had to buy him a toy, though. And the plant. My possibility of being assassinated didn't go up, though? Okay. Isaac North filing a compensation lawsuit against Talon Price, who is alleged to have caused his motorcycle accident in traffic. There's digital evidence for this case. The plaintiff, Isaac North, claims that while riding his motorcycle, he was forced into the barriers due to the sudden veering of the defendant, Helen Price's vehicle, into his lane, losing control and causing a serious accident. States that he remained in a coma for 12 days as a result of the accident, seeking $500,000 in compensation due to the physical injuries and psychological trauma caused by the accident. I'd ask for more. 12 days in a coma? That's probably not even going to add up to the hospital costs, dude. I was driving at my normal speed and I wanted to overtake the car in front of me at a safe distance. Just as I got next to it, the car suddenly swerved to the side. I got stuck between the barrier and the car. The engine lost control and I remember flipping over. The rest is completely black. When I woke up, 12 days had passed. What frustrates me most is the woman didn't even stop to look after knocking me down. That day, I found out that my father was taken into intensive care. He was undergoing tuberculosis treatment, and his condition had worsened. My mind was only focused on getting to the hospital. I was in my lane. I didn't feel any impact. If I had noticed that it was an accident, I would have helped without a second thought. The fact that a motorcyclist lost balance after entering my lane is not my negligence. I think the evidence should hopefully help with this. I mean, yeah, it looks like he's tipping over. That doesn't look like the car is at fault here. Also, any... Oh. It was decided that George Voss was in the right. Compensation be paid. It's time to remind such big companies of the existence of consumer rights. You are a folk hero. Oh. Thank you. I see. Oh, so he emailed me. I feel like that's not legal. I feel like you can't have your judge's email. I mean, I appreciate it, but that's crazy. Mr. North, do you admit that you entered the other party's lane during the overtaking maneuver? Your Honor, I honked before overtaking. It was almost impossible for him not to see me. He gradually veered to the left. Moreover, while I was fighting for my life at the moment of the incident, the other party did not stop at all. Ms. Price, it is highly unlikely that you did not notice the motorcyclist falling at the moment of the incident. Did you really not hear anything at all? Your Honor, at that moment, I was solely thinking about my father's health condition. The car windows were closed, and I was acting under a sense of urgency. That's why I didn't hear anything. If I'm going by just the evidence... Yeah, it looks like he's leaning. You know what I mean? Like, the car is in the middle of the lane and it looks fine. Also, there's like a fruit fly flying around somewhere. Trying to think. Oh boy. See, that's the thing, is like, I do wish there was like just a teensy little bit more to go off of. I do think, though, with the track record of the game, that evidence has been very, very important. Like, evidence is kind of like the end-all, be-all for a lot of this. So I think... she's telling the truth. No pay compensation. I don't know. I hope that was right. Could be or could not be. You're the only one who doesn't ask for stuff, little bongo. I'm gonna go to the bar again to see if I can... Wait, negative. I can't up my mental health anymore? Damn. I really don't need to go gambling, though. I don't want to lose any money. Okay, what's your deal? Elian Vornet. No criminal record, no mental health issues. Yes, national status. Involuntary manslaughter. Carol Mojave urgently took his 2-year-old baby to the hospital at night. Oh, I see. Oh, this is the doctor. I was like, that's not the same person. I see. An x-ray examination revealed a foreign object in the baby's stomach. The baby's doctor, Elian Vornet, stated that the object had to be removed urgently through surgery. The doctor, the surgeon responsible for the operation, informed the family that the surgery had gone smoothly and that the baby's condition was good. However, after the baby was discharged, the baby's condition deteriorated severely and passed away the following day while being rushed to the hospital. The autopsy revealed that a gauze was left inside the baby's stomach during surgery, and the cause of death was recorded as this negligence. Following this, Carol Mojave filed a complaint against the surgeon responsible for the operation. The 2-year-old baby had a high fever late at night and was vomiting continuously, so we rushed to the hospital. After tests, we were told that surgery was necessary. Dr. Elian Vornet reassured us by saying the surgery went well. However, after being discharged, our baby's condition suddenly worsened. I was devastated when I learned from the autopsy results that a gauze was left in my baby's stomach. The doctor took my baby from me. Because of his negligence, my baby died. I'm deeply saddened by the incident. On the day of the operation, I was under intense emotional pressure. You're a doctor! I think I've literally heard of something almost exactly like this happening, where, like, during surgeries, stuff gets, like, left in the patient on accident. Hey, who else's fault would that be but the doctor's? You know what I mean? It's certainly not the patient's fault. They're being surgerized. Oh my god. I thought I was performing the operation carefully, but I must have missed the gauze during the check. I accept responsibility for this mistake and apologize to the family. Yeah. Yeah, the gauze left in the baby's stomach and revealed as a result of the autopsy. Is there anything else I should know? Can you summarize what happened for us, Doctor? I had fought with my family that day. My mind was still there, and I wasn't mentally well. When they called me for the surgery, I said I couldn't do it, but they told me there was no other available surgeon at the hospital. The baby needed urgent intervention. I'm very sorry. I accept the punishment that will be given. Like, dude, I understand, but you're a surgeon. You know what I mean? Like, that's... It's in your job description. You can complain about it, totally. It's like, I did work in animal shelter and in the vet field for a little bit. And, like, at one point, it was during one of the worst times in my whole life. But guess who I didn't take it out on? The people at my job. You know, I didn't let it affect people and, like, animals that would be negatively affected by the things going on personally for me. Because I understood that I worked in a high-stress environment. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? And that's not even a doctor, a surgeon. Like, I get it, but dude. Involuntary manslaughter. He didn't have a criminal record, did he? No. Only 4 years? That is crazy, though. You would assume it'd be more. So yeah, you're going 4 years in jail, Buster. It's a shitty situation all around, but, like, yeah. He's like, I accept the consequences of my actions. Yay! Raise my salary! Thank you very much for the money! I need it after my fucking family wanted to get a new car when we didn't have the money to get a new car. What now? Oh my god. Your wife complains that her household items constantly break down. She wants $1,000 for new household items. I guess. Fuck, dude. Jesus. Can I get anything at the bar? No. I guess probably at a certain point it doesn't let you boost your mental health, which kind of sucks. Bongo. You're the real thing keeping me sane. Hello, the Joker? The fuck is the Joker doing here? Noah Strand. Criminal record, no. Mental health. Ooh, this is like the first negative we've gotten, I think. So yes to mental health issues. Yes to national status. Armed robbery. The incident occurred in the evening hours at a pharmacy called Harbor Line Pharmacy. Eliza Wren, who works at the pharmacy, saw a person wearing a hood and partially masked face enter as she was preparing to close the register. The individual pointed their gun at Eliza and demanded all the money from the cash register. Eliza, for her safety, handed over the money. As you should, because no job should be more important than your safety. Shortly after the suspect fled, his identity was determined to be Noah Strand, and he was apprehended that same night at the home of his sister, Mara Strand. I was about to close the register. The doorbell rang, but since it was close to closing time, I thought it's probably someone who needs medicine urgently. As soon as I entered, I noticed a strange-looking person. He was breathing fast and constantly looking around. He quickly pulled out a gun. "Why are you so serious?" he said. I gave him all the money I had. He ran away and I immediately called the police. What I was carrying as a weapon was an old, rusty blank gun. It doesn't count as a real firearm. It was a moment of desperation, but as you know, desperation is like gravity. All it takes is losing your footing once, and the rest follows on its own. In recent months, I underwent a serious surgery. Since I had no insurance, most of the expenses turned into debt. Caregiver fees, medications, everything piled up. Noah hadn't been sleeping properly for weeks. He constantly blamed himself because of the expenses. We had no one to help him. That night, when someone showed up at the door, I could tell from his face that something bad was going on. Huh? Oh, I fucking hate these. Oh, no. Okay, here's the thing, though. Negative mental health tests must be sent to treatment without penalty. So I don't even need to look at the evidence because I know exactly what's going on. Yeah, so there's the gun. It's him, without question. What was the reason for targeting the pharmacy? I don't know. The woman working there always come across as repulsive to me. Why did you commit the robbery wearing this outfit? Accused didn't speak and watched her surroundings for a while. This is my daily outfit. Did you apply to social services to get help because of your debts? Shall we go for a hamburger after you leave? I mean, yeah, I think I'm safe to send him off. I don't think I needed to look at the evidence. At least I hope not. Oh, bongo. I'm just gonna check one more time, because maybe it has like a... Oh, I can! $120. Fine. I'm keeping it at 95 then, because that's fine. If it drops, I can get it back up again. But I didn't really want to be at 80 or lower because if I have to like deny my family something else, I feel like that's dangerous, and I'll never get it back up at that point. Oh my god. What now? The allegation that author Michael Dorset violated the contract he signed with publisher Alfred Morgan, who published his book. Michael Dorset signed a publishing agreement with Polymole Publishing House for the printing and distribution of his book titled whatever that says, which was released 2 months ago. The contract clearly states that if the book does not reach at least 20,000 sales within 2 months, Dorset will pay $175,000 in expenses to the publishing house. In the sales analysis conducted by the publisher, it appears that the book sold 20,214 copies. However, among these sales, 340 bulk purchases were identified under the name of Ellen Dorset, who is the cousin of Dorset. What does that matter? The plaintiff, Alfred Morgan, asserts that bulk purchases artificially inflated the sales figures, and therefore the sales guarantee cannot be considered fulfilled. The plaintiff requesting that the payment be made. Ellen Dorset will be heard as a witness. Who cares? Bulk purchases are still purchases of the book. I'm failing to understand the problem here. I get what he means by being like, oh, it could inflate blah, blah. Okay, but the books were still sold? You still made money? Am I bonkers? Purchase invoice for 340 books in the name Ellen Dorset. Issued by the publisher. Why didn't you just put it under a different name, girl? And then the debt agreement. Just put it under another name. Wait, did I already... No, okay. Okay, no other new emails either. Mr. Morgan, the sales figures appear to have exceeded 20,000. There was no clause in the contract preventing close relatives from purchasing the book, correct? That is correct. However, if Ellen had not made the bulk purchase, they would not have reached the targeted sales figure. This clearly constitutes an abuse of the contract. No, it doesn't. Miss Ellen, did your cousin ask you to make the purchase of 340 copies? No, Your Honor. Michael only informed me that his book had been published. I purchased a large number to support my cousin and give the books as gifts to many people around me. You're sleazy for that, I fear. It was decided that no payment would be made since the contract was not breached. Correct. That's so stupid to me. Who cares who the books were, who bought the books? The author could have bought fucking 200,000 copies of his own book. Who cares? Books were sold. What do I give a shit about? Ugh. These people are pissing me off. I feel broke. What now? Oh. If Valentin Korchev receives any punishment, you will bear the consequences. Do you want your family to be the ones who die in the next traffic accident? Oh. Criminal record, no. No mental health issues, national status. Assassination, high treason. Oh, shit. High treason constitutes execution, too. Ugh. Kate Coleman, who held a senior position at a defense industry company called Hyde Tech, was involved in an accident when a truck hit her car from behind while she was heading to work. At first glance, it seemed like a simple traffic accident, but the teams arriving at the scene found that the situation was much more complicated. The crowbar found in the vehicle, the disappearance of the truck driver, and the loss of a bag with access to classified information in the vehicle have completely changed the direction of the investigation. The autopsy revealed that Kate Coleman was not killed by the impact of a collision, but by a blow from an object resembling a crowbar. After determining that the person driving the truck was Valentin Korchev, the police followed him for months, and the individual was arrested at the hotel he was staying at. I am innocent. I was at the hotel to clear my mind a bit. I have no connection to this incident. I panicked during the accident and left the scene. I didn't even look at what happened to the other party. I'm not someone who would harm anyone. Crowbar found in the vehicle. So basically they left the murder weapon in the car. Huh. Okay, no digital evidence. No emails. Oh, thank God it's not a horrible puzzle. Oh my God. Here. Here. Before it goes here. Ooh, fingerprints. That's decisive. 212135. Yeah. Messages between strangers on the person's phone. What is the situation? I have the bag now. How much do you offer? As we talked about, $50,000. 50 million. I'm on it. Do you have a meeting place? Wait to hear from us. I mean, I knew he probably did it because of the whole threat letter. My possibility of being assassinated is going to be very high after this, I fear. But yeah. You're done, I fear. I hope I didn't just fuck my life up, though. Huh? You've been arrested. Oh. Oh, did I even talk to him? Why was there a crowbar in your vehicle? Your Honor, sometimes it was necessary to open the goods inside the truck. So why was the bag that was supposed to be in the vehicle found in your hotel room? I found that bag on the road. It must have been thrown out due to the impact. I took it with me, thinking I might return it to its owner. Could have been stolen after all. Okay, no, I don't even... Let's just hope the dice doesn't fuck me over again. I still don't get the point of the dice. I'm gonna be so honest. What does that, like, what does that have to do with anything? Withdraw my money, please. Okay, okay. How did my possibility of being assassinated not go up? That's crazy to me. Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. Release Edmund Revel and accept the $750 we are offering you. If you accept this offer, more money will follow. We can ensure you live a life of prosperity. So they're bribing me. Depends on what he did. Sounds like he's guilty to me. No criminal record, no mental health issues. Sorry, I had Dion. National status is good. During the night hours, police units carried out a large-scale gambling and prostitution operation at a luxury hotel named Rosehaven Grand Hotel. During the operation, Edmund Ravel, a member of parliament from the ruling party, was caught in the same room as Marcel Verdeau, who is publicly known as a mafia figure and a member of an organized crime group. Marcel Verdeau, upon the arrival of the police, first clashed with them and then committed suicide. Oh. In the hotel room, in addition to prostitutes, narcotic substances, weapons, and a large amount of cash were seized. Following the incident reported in the Mafia, Member of Parliament Edmund Ravel was taken into custody after his parliamentary immunity was lifted. Hold on, what are his charges? Corruption. Okay. I truly don't know what happened. That evening, I had dinner with 3 colleagues. Then we went to a bar. I was drunk. I remember telling my driver, "Take me home." After that, everything is completely dark. When I woke up, I found myself in a hotel room with men and women I didn't know. Setting up such a trap for a member of parliament is hardly surprising. I am someone who serves this country. No one can frame me for such a crime. I fear that we shall see about that. That's not what I wanted to do. CCTV of the moment the person got into the vehicle with the mafia members. Right. Buddy, you were seen doing it. You were seen getting into the car with the mafia members. Fuck! I don't want to do it. I don't. Fuck. Okay. Do I need to put all of... I'm ass at this stuff, dude. I'm so bad at it. Wait, I didn't move that last one. Fuck. Shit. I'll worry about that one later. I can't do that right now. These puzzles are so unbalanced to me. Oh my god. No, this isn't gonna fucking work. What am I doing? What am I doing? I hate this. Do you think... Hold on. I have a theory. Will it give me a different puzzle if I reload the level? No, it doesn't. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, this is going to take me a very long time. I will save you the trouble. Okay, that took me a very long time. A very long time, I fear. Oh, evidence that was seized after the operation. 5 unlicensed automatic handguns, 2 submachine guns, lots of cash, lots of cocaine, and there's... Is it already the digital evidence I had? Yeah. In your statement, you said that you were in the hotel against your will. Is that true? Yes, Your Honor. There must be a plot against me. Are you really saying you didn't know Marcel Verdot, who was in the same room with you? This is a setup against me. I don't know anyone at that hotel. In your statement, you say they forced me to come. However, the footage shows you willingly getting into the vehicle. How do you explain this? There were dozens of people in front of the venue. It's not hard to mislead someone who's drunk. They put me into the wrong vehicle. I don't believe you, bro. You joking? I didn't have an email, right? Did I already check? No, that puzzle just fucked up my brain. Oh, I hate those ones. Hate them, hate them, hate them. What was yours? Corruption? Yeah. What would that be on there? Corruption. You didn't have a criminal record? No. Of course you don't. 10 years in jail and a very large fine. Boy, oh boy, that's a lot of money. Holy shit. Well... God damn, dude. And then 10 years in jail. Jesus. That's so much money. I fear I am not going to be popular with the people on the inside, you know what I mean? But... yeah. Unless this happens all the time, but I feel like if I were doing really shady stuff, these people would be saying bad things about me? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Fight with corruption increases. The government announced it will fight corruption to the end. The identity of the mafia leader still remains as a mystery. We gotta get him eventually, guys. Okay. David Talk. Criminal record, yes. Mental health is good. National status is good. Charges, theft. Approximately 4 years ago, a burglary took place in a 2-story house on Milton Street. Shortly after the incident, David Talk, who was seen wandering the area, was taken into custody. When some of the stolen items were found near the scene, around the location where David was, the court quickly made a decision and sentenced him to 6 years in prison. However, in a new theft incident in the same area last week, the suspect, Mark Kuslow, who was apprehended, confessed during interrogation not only to the recent crime, but also to committing the theft from 4 years ago. He admitted that he fled in panic that day and left David to appear as if he were connected to the incident. Following this confession, the case file of David Talk was taken under review again. I will never forget the day I was caught and brought to court. I tried to explain the incident, but in that panic, I couldn't clearly explain what I saw or how I ended up there. When stolen items were found at the place I was, no one believed what I said. I've been in prison for 4 years, and every day I've said the same thing. I didn't commit this crime. That night, I was wandering around Milton Street. I noticed an open window in a house. Getting inside was easy, and within minutes, I filled my bag with valuables. Just as I was about to leave, I heard footsteps outside. I panicked, ran into the street, threw the bag at the first person I saw, and kept running. That unlucky person turned out to be David. He didn't even have time to turn around and understand what was happening. Then he was the one who got caught. Man, dude, fuck. Case does not contain any evidence files. I mean, I guess he did confess. So... okay, no new stuff. Today, you are openly stating that you committed the theft 4 years ago. Is this statement correct? Yes, that's correct, Mr. Judge. David was in the completely wrong place at the wrong time that night. Why are you making this confession now, not before? This time, I couldn't escape. My conscience no longer allowed me to remain silent. Poor dude. God damn. Oh yeah, so I can't decide his crime. You are not guilty. You are good to get out of jail, my guy, because that was not fair for you. Okay. Nobody wants anything from me? Just pets for Bongo. Okay, everything is the same. What do we got? Oh, wait. Nolan Fraser must be punished no matter what. He is responsible for the death of the person I loved most in this life. If you do this, I'll give you $500. Oh, shit. Nolan Fraser. No mental health issues. National status is a no-go. And no criminal record. Incitement to suicide. The incident occurred last week during the afternoon hours on the 9th floor of the Riverside Galleria business complex in the city center. According to citizens' reports, a young woman had crossed to the other side of the railings and people around her were trying to persuade her. At the same time, a man from the crowd is said to push the woman further into despair with his words. Statements taken by the security officers who arrived at the scene strengthened the possibility of incitement. As a result, the suspect Nolan Fraser was identified and taken into custody. I didn't force anyone to jump. When I saw her in that state, I wanted to suppress my own panic reaction. At that moment, the idea of using reverse psychology came to mind. I had seen a scene like that in a TV series. I thought, maybe it will work. I never thought that girl would actually jump. I'm sorry for what happened, but I don't think I'm guilty. You're guilty of being fucking stupid? Are you joking? Digital evidence. Please step away from the railings. Don't do it. It's not worth it for anyone. Emily, can you hear my voice? Please come down. We called the fire department. Stay calm. Yeah, jump. I don't think you've got the guts. Go on, jump. Let's see. Dude. No. Dude. You say in your statement that you used reverse psychology. Do you have the training to apply such a method in a crisis situation? Your Honor, no there isn't, but I saw it in a crime series on television and it worked. Although now that I remember, it was actually a comedy series. Why did you choose to intervene instead of waiting for the authorities at that moment? Nothing else came to my mind at that moment. People were yelling and my mind was in complete chaos. No, I can take this. Yeah. But I do see punished no matter what. Does that include deportation? Because that's gonna have to be the punishment. Raise my salary. I wonder if the deportation counts as the punishment. Do I get the $500? I can't remember what my total was before, so I have no idea. Thank you. What fucking now, dude? Wife says she wants to go on a vacation this summer. I guess. Ugh, girl. Okay, at least I still have $1,000. We're surviving. 3 people. Okay. Okay, everything is okay. Mateo, Arnold, and Yarrow. All of them. Criminal record, no. Good mental health. Okay, one of their national statuses. This is going to be a lot of keeping track of things, I fear. Yes, criminal record. Good mental health. No national status. No criminal record. Good mental health. Good national status. I'm going to keep it at 1. Arms trafficking and smuggling. A few months ago, a raid was conducted by the police at an abandoned factory in the city after nearby residents reported hearing loud noises. A large number of weapons and ammunition were seized during the raid. It was discovered that this abandoned factory was being used for the production of illegal weapons and ammunition, and 3 people present inside at the time were arrested. I have no involvement in this incident. I didn't know there was such a secret production at the place I visited upon Arnold Fuller's invitation. When I entered, I was shocked by what I saw. After realizing the situation was illegal, I wanted to leave, but the teams raided the place. I want to state that I was not involved in any crime. My presence at the scene was the result of a misdirected invitation. My friend Yarrow Mendez invited me there, claiming he was doing artistic work. However, when I entered, I realized that the environment was completely different, and illegal activities were taking place. Before I could understand what was happening, the teams entered and took us into custody. Although I'm shown as being at the center of the incident, it has nothing to do with reality. Mateo and Arnold told me, "Come to the empty factory, we'll have a drink." And that's why I went. I was shocked when I saw the setups. As I was preparing to leave, the police arrived and arrested all of us. I don't know what they were involved in, but I had no part in this incident. So all of them are blaming each other. They're like, he invited me. No, he invited me. No, they invited me. Like, dude. No digital evidence. No emails. I I guess. Fuck! There. Large number of fully automatic rifles and ammunition seized. Oh, dude. How's their production of the AK-47 going? No issues, right? Shipment's going very well. There are no problems. Are there any shortages in the ammunition? There's no shortage. We'll be on time for the next shipment. Our gunpowder has decreased a bit. Okay, we'd like the gunpowder delivery this week. Yeah, so all of them are guilty. Guys, you three have blamed each other for the crime. Were you all there by coincidence? Your Honor, I only reported what I saw. I met Yarrow Mendez there, and I had just met Arnold Fuller. I never could have imagined encountering such a situation. Why are you doing this job? Who were you selling to? I have no connection to the incident. Matteo Sorelli only called me to show me something. I thought the place was empty. In your statement, you said the person who called you was Yarrow Mendez. I apologize, Your Honor. I panicked and mixed up the names at that moment. What is your role in this incident? I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. This is my crime, Your Honor. You're all guilty. Okay, I do have to keep track of their stuff, though. So, Matteo, no record, and his mental health and national status is good. Arnold, criminal record, no national status, so he would get deported regardless. And then Yarrow, no record, and his national status is good. Okay, so arms trafficking and smuggling. No, wrong. Go back. Trafficking. No, my brain just went trafficking. There we go. Arms trafficking and smuggling. 10 years and $100,000 fine. 10 years, $100,000. And the ones that are not getting deported don't have criminal records. So they would just get that. No aggravated. I think I'm doing this right. So Matteo, you are guilty. You're gonna owe $100,000. And you're going 10 years in prison. Arnold. Why does it do that? You're getting deported, I fear. And then you have the same thing. 100,000. 10 years. I sure hope I did all that right. I think I did. I think. Okay. I think that is where I'm gonna end it for today, though. I think ending it, like, right at week 10 is good. If there are, what was it, like 21 weeks or whatever. So I can split it into 2 parts. So this will be part 1, and then I should hopefully be able to do the remaining 11 cases next time. So, or 11 cases. 11 weeks, because cases are a lot higher than that. 11 weeks, so an almost completely even split. But, yeah, this is very... What does it remind me of? It reminds me a little bit of, like, just a lot of those, like, checking games. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not my neighbor, and, like, Papers, Please, that kind of stuff. Granted, I haven't played those other games, but, it just reminds me of kind of, like, the idea of that, where it's, like, checking documents, making sure your decision is the correct, like, it's in that same vein. You know what I mean? It's in that same kind of genre. But I do like that there's, like, it's like a story. So there's, like, this through line. There's, like, the serial killer, the mafia, like, all this stuff going on. And I feel like, I don't even know how many different endings there are, but there are different endings for sure. Depending on, like, how crooked of a judge you are, how rule-followy you are, that kind of thing, I think. So I am excited to see where it goes. I hope we find out what's going on with that serial killer, because that seems very interesting. I kind of want to see. But there's a lot more to this game than I thought there was gonna. It's like 2 times longer than I thought. It's kind of nuts, but I do really like it. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you made it this far. And if you did make it this far and you're not subscribed, it would mean a lot if you did subscribe. It'd be really, really cool. Make me very happy. And like I said in the beginning, this one was a recommendation, so if you want to recommend to me any games you want to see me play on my channel, please put them down in the comments. Love hearing that stuff. As long as I have some interest in it, I will play it. If I never do, that just means, I just didn't have an interest in it. I'm sorry. But, you can go ahead and like the video if you liked it, share it with everybody if you so choose. I'll link the game down in the description too, so if you want to get it for yourself, you totally can. I do other stuff too. I write books and do all sorts of other things, so my link tree's down in the description if you want to be into that too. But that is really it. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.